Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of High School Baseball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. We have Jacob Ellis on the main camera, but for now we're treating you to our sky cam as Jacob was getting the pitching cam set up after he had to scale some fences and figure out his way to get it set up where we wanted it, but we got a good shot on it. And right now you're looking at our sky cam presented by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. The pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. First batter of the game, Hunter Haynes, wears one, and he earns his way on the hard way on to first base. Hopefully we can get that pitch cam to reset sometime soon. We're live over here in Bascom on a beautiful Saturday morning for this matchup between Hopewell-Loudon and Mohawk. Two of the top teams in Division 7 baseball. As Hopewell-Loudon comes into this one at 15-4. They are 11-3 within the vaunted SBC River. Mohawk coming into this one at 15-3, 9-2 in the N10. These two teams, they'll be getting pretty familiar with each other here in about a year as the Chieftains will be moving over to the N10. So this is a non-conference matchup for now, but 2026, actually 2027 for baseball, these two teams will be facing each other twice a year. And the N10 has an interesting format for the way they play their league games, is they usually do them back-to-back. This one hit to third. Third baseman up with it, fires it over to first. And that is out number 2 here in the top half of the first inning. Runner down at second base.
Third baseman, Caden Bish.
And that'll bring up Caden Bish. Got that pitch cam settled back in there. It doesn't want to cooperate with us today. I don't know. We'll see if we can get it set up here. Might be just my reception here. Might have to get it up a little bit more than what it is, but we'll get it straightened out for you. Matt Wyman on the mound for Hopewell-Loudon today. Would help if I pulled up Game Changer and start keeping track of this one. Caden Bish at the plate for the Warriors. Runner down at second base, 2 down. Here's the 1-2. High and inside. Evens the count at 2-2. Both these teams riding a little winning streak. Hopewell won their last 2. They dispatched Sandusky St. Mary yesterday 7-0. That one fouled back by Bish. Mohawk riding a 3-game winning streak as they defeated Seneca East in Attica yesterday 8-5. And we will be on game 2 of that conference matchup on Monday over in Sycamore. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off again. Bish putting together a nice at-bat here. I only have stats for Mohawk through Monday. The N10 puts out stats every Monday for all the teams. And Bish, after battling through the at-bat, now he's got a battle scar to show for it, as earns his way on again. So both runners aboard are on via hit by pitch. That'll bring up Andon Klaus. Klaus hits this one to center, and the center fielder camping under it makes the play for the final out. So the Warriors leave two stranded. No score after the top of the first here on Heart of Ohio Sports. It's a great shot there, Jacob. Once again, we're live here in Bascom. Beautiful Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains Field for this matchup between two of the top teams in Division VII baseball. Bottom of the first coming up. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, bringing this broadcast live and paywall free right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope and Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And we have tournament baseball coming up, actually tournament softball first, as we put together our softball schedule, or our potential schedule, I should say. We know what our first three games want to be, but it just depends on sponsorship, folks. So if you are a area sponsor and you want to get on board with us for softball tournament, well, now's the time. Get a hold of us. Send us a message on Facebook. Send us an email, nmullins@heartofohiosports.com. We'll get you on board with a winning team. Bottom of the first for the Chieftains. We have Jack Colatrulio, Braden Brickman, and Kellen Frankert, the 1-2-3 hitters.
Leading off your Chieftains, your center fielder, number 11, Jack Colatrulio.
Elias Magallanes on the mound for the Warriors. Take a look at his pitching stats through Monday, of course. Oh, here's the sirens. First one in there for a strike. Our pitch cam brought to you by our friends at National Machinery. It's quite a distance out there in center field. That's why we're having a little bit of reception issues, but it's quickly 0-2 here on Colatrulio. That one low. 1-2 here. Let's see if I can find my stats from the N10. And that one misses. And it's 2-2. So Colatrulio works himself back into the count. Evens it up. And 3 straight balls here. Makes it a full count on Colatrulio. This one chopped back to the pitcher. Throws it over to first for the first out.
Now batting your catcher, number 1, Braden Brickman.
And that'll bring up Braden Brickman, the catcher. Had to bust out the laptop tent today. It was a bright, sunny day. Not a cloud in sight. Boy, them sirens are, whew. Just letting it loose. This one chopped to third. Third baseman boots it and unable to make the play. That'll put Brickman on first with one out for Kellen Frankert.
Now batting your shortstop, number 6, Kellen Frankert.
Frankert playing shortstop today. Cohen Senebal in the on-deck circle. Take a look at the pitching stats for Elias Magallanes on the season. 30 and 2/3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs allowed all year, 1.37 ERA. He is 3-2, 32 strikeouts, 20 walks, and just 28 hits allowed in those 30 innings pitched. So you got to earn your way aboard with this guy. He's the ace of this staff as far as innings pitched concerned. This one hit to left field, and the left fielder under it throws it down to first, and that's a close play, but he does get back in time. As that one was well hit, I don't think the runner thought he had a chance to make the play, but the left fielder ranged over to make it. He had to retreat back to first base. He was nearly almost at second base. But once again, we're here in Bascom. In the bottom of the first, no score. Runner at first base, Cohen Senebal at the plate. Snap throw to first is not in time. Runner back safely. That was a nice pitch, just missed on the outside corner. Magallanes, the tall lefty. Senebal sends that one to second. Easy throw over to first for the final out.
At the end of one,
and no score after one here in Bascom. We'll step aside. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, welcome back here in Bascom. Start of the second inning, no score between Hopewell-Loudon and Mohawk. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Jacob Ellis doing a great job on the main cam here today. Thanks for tuning in with us on Heart of Ohio Sports on this beautiful Saturday morning. They were quick to get this one started, folks. I mean, we were here early. We got here early enough, I think, to get it in before 11 o'clock. But, man, they started right at 10:55. They were ready to go. Umpire says, I'm not getting paid by the hour. Let's go. But leading things off here in the top half of the second inning, Ben Bogner. Through Monday, Bogner was batting .319 on the year. 16 games played, 17 RBIs on the season. 15 hits in 47 at-bats. 4 doubles and a triple. The 1-0. In there for a strike from Wyman. Two and one. That one up high, and it's now 3-1. Both these teams sitting at 15 wins on the year. As tournament draws coming up here soon. This one hit into right center field. Gets down for a base hit. Little sinking liner there. Just over the head of the second baseman.
Batting.
And that'll put the leadoff runner aboard for the Warriors. That'll bring up Caleb Bish. Shows bunt. Throw down to second is not in time. That was a nice throw. Just missed the tag, though. As Bogner slides in safely. For Bogner, that was stolen base number 7, if he hadn't stolen any in the other 2 games he played this week. Like I said, I only have stats through Monday, so. That one in the dirt, gets away. And Bogner will scoot over to third. So you'll have a runner at third base with nobody out. And now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike here on Caleb Bish. Wyman comes set. Here's the pitch. That one just misses. Of course, you see the players wearing pink out there. I think that's in honor of Mother's Day, I would say. I think that's a fair assumption of mine. The 2-1 hit into center field. Center fielder under it. Makes the catch. The throw cut off. And the run will score from third. So a sac fly will put the first run on the board for the Warriors. It's 1-0 Mohawk.
Now batting, that designated hitter, number 15.
A 1 out, nobody on now. Here's a pitch from Wyman. This one chopped foul down the third base side. Here's the 0-1. And that one in there for a strike. I feel like Wyman really works best when gets ahead of the batters. If he can get that first pitch strike in there, he's got an arsenal he can throw at you. He can dig deep into his bag of tricks. It's 0-2 here. Heminger fouls this one back. Here's the 0-2. Outside. Big Logan Heminger at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Watches that one outside, evens the count at 2-2. And now it's a full count. As I think he just started trying to nibble a little bit too much now. He got ahead of the hitter, trying to get him to chase a couple of pitches. Now he's got to come after him. Here's the 3-2. This one swung on and fouled off into foul territory and out of play. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Nice strikeout there from Matt Wyman.
Now batting, right fielder number 23, Levi Teal.
Two down here in the top of the second. Levi Teal at the plate for the Warriors. Watches the first one in there for a strike. The 0-1. Swung on, hit to third, and boots it off the heel of the glove. The throw is not in time, but, you got to give Cohen Seneball a little bit of credit down there because I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a play to knock it down.
Batting number 10, Hunter Haynes.
I think it was Frankert that came in and tried to rifle it over there to first. And that was a bang-bang play. It was pretty close. But they'll have a runner at first base with two down. Back to the top of the order here as Hunter Haynes at the plate. Was hit by a pitch back in the first. Watches that one up high. Wyman comes set. Here's the 1-0. Up high. Talk about our keys to the game brought to you by our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. As Wyman gets his call. Comes set. Here's the 2-0. That one just catches the outside corner. Nice pitch there. And it's 2-1. For Hopewell-Loudon, I think a key today, keep the ball low in the zone, induce some ground balls, keep the ball in the infield. Don't let them get the ball out of the infield. Don't let them get a lot of deep fly balls. Because I think that's where Mohawk really, they like to drive the ball. And if you can keep the ball low, you're just going to get them chop it right into the dirt. If you can keep the ball in the infield, that's key for today for the Chieftains to come away with a win. Don't let these Warriors extend and drive. That's a nice pitch there. Got him to foul it off. It's 2-2. For the Warriors, you got to take what they give you. Don't swing at the bad pitches. Make them pitch to you. I think they've done a pretty good job of that so far here in this one. As he takes that one high and inside, and it's full count. Those are your keys to the game brought to you by our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. Don't try to do it yourself, folks. Trust your flooring to the experts. Head on down to Lee's Floor Covering and check out their wide selection. Beautiful flooring that they have to offer. That throw down to first is in time, and the final out is recorded here in the top half of the second inning. But the Warriors scratch across the run. They take the lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here in Bascom. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis doing a great job on the main cam. I want to give a shout out, and our thoughts are with Austin Rodriguez today, our camera operator, as she was originally scheduled to be on camera today, but she had a family emergency to attend to. We won't go into details, but we'll just say our thoughts are with her, and we hope everything's going to turn out okay. But just know, Austin, you mean a lot to this family, and our thoughts are with you today, and we hope everything, like I said, everything turns out all right. But if you're watching this broadcast, you know Austin. Share some thoughts, some positive messages, because I'm sure she could hear it. She would love to see those today from all of our fans out there. She's got a lot of people out there that like her, that love her. She does a great job for us. She's been with us for 3 years now, so can't thank her enough for everything that she's done for this company, but aside from business, she's a great friend. And I just hate to see people go through stuff like that. So my thoughts are with her today.
Maddie, you don't want to play woods ball?
Getting ready to start the bottom of the second as Elias Magallanes on the mound for
Chieftains, your first baseman,
the
number 8.
Warriors, working his second inning of work. That'll bring up Thomas Daniel, the first baseman. He hits that one to second. Second baseman up with it. Throws it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Batting your pitcher, number 23, Matt Wyman.
Every day I spend my time drinking wine, feeling fine, waiting here to find the sign that I should take so.
And that'll bring up the pitcher, Matt Wyman. Watches that one high and outside. You don't see a whole lot of lefties in high school baseball. So when you do, I think these kids, especially lefties with some gas, if they got some gas, it's hard to get a good look at it, That's coming from the right-hand side. When you're coming from the right-hand side, you think it's an advantage. You think they're coming to you. But a lot of times they're just not used to seeing it from that angle. And it's hard to pick the ball up out of their hand. It takes timing and practice to be able to time up those kind of pitches coming from the left-hander. So might take a little bit of an adjustment at first before they can get a hold of him here. But Magallanes is one of the best in this area. And he can bring it, like I said. You have to bring your A game today. The 2-1 swung on and missed. High and inside. Swung on and missed. Big strike out there for Magallanes.
Now batting your right fielder, Braylon Martinez.
And that'll bring up Braylon Martinez, the right fielder. Martinez batting .406 on the season. 13 hits and 32 at-bats. Going high and outside. It's evens the count at 1-1. One ball, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Of course, we had a great interview with Braylon Martinez done by Hopewell-Loudon's own Cooper Snyder, as he interviewed Braylon as part of our new Student Spotlight segment that'll be part of the Heart of Ohio Spotlight show, debuting on May 18th. That one fouled at the plate. But Braylon's he's a heck of an athlete. 3-sport athlete all through high school. And he's one of those kids that he's good at whatever he touches, Like, it doesn't matter what sport he plays, he's going to be good. And this one hit to the second baseman, right at the second baseman, who squeezes it for the final out.
At the end of 2, your Chieftains 0, the Warriors 1.
So that's the end of 2. It's 1-0 Warriors. We'll step aside and take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future one part at a time.
At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Chieftains Field here in Bascom as we get ready to start the third inning. Warriors leading 1-0 over the Chieftains here in Bascom. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis on the main cam. On a beautiful Saturday morning. It's still morning, 11:30. Matt Wyman on the mound for his third inning of work. Allowed a run to score in the last inning. But other than that, he's been pretty steady. That one in there for a strike. Got 3 games in a row next week for you, as we were originally scheduled to cover it was originally Columbian versus Upper Sandusky on Tuesday, which we thought got moved to Thursday. As that one misses, it's 2-1. And then when we started to put the graphics together for what we thought was Columbian Upper Sandusky, we saw their posted game day lineup from Tiffin Columbian that showed they were playing Liberty Benton. So this one hit back up the middle and right past the diving second baseman. Owen Patrizzi works his way aboard with a leadoff single here in the third. Like I said, as we thought it was originally supposed to be Columbian and Upper, we scrambled to put together graphics for the Columbian Liberty Benton game instead, and then they canceled it. And then they moved it to next Thursday. So we'll be on the call for that one. Snap throw over to first is first baseman unable to field it cleanly. I don't think it was going to be in time either way, but yeah, we'll be covering Columbian and Liberty Benton. Let's see, I think that's Thursday or is that Wednesday? Make sure I got these right before I start spouting off stuff. It is Wednesday. So we'll have a game Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. This one bunted. First base side. Wyman comes off the mound to field it. Throws it over to first for the out, but they move the runner over from first to second. And that's the small ball. That's the little things. A lot of times in these kind of games when you're featuring 2 of the best teams in the area, that's the little things that lead to the win. First pitch to Caden Bish misses, and it's 1-0. A runner down at second base with 1 out here in the top of the third. And Bish fists that one out to the outfield as that one was right in on his hands. He just had to fight it off. I think he was just trying to foul it off at that point because he had already committed to the swing and just jammed him. So that'll be out number 2. And the runner has to stay at second base. That'll bring up Andon Klaus. That one gets away from the catcher, and the runner will scoot on over to third base. So you have a runner at third with 2 down. That one in there for a strike. Caught the outside corner with a nice pitch. And that one catches the inside corner. And had a nice little bend to it. Here's a 1-2. High and inside. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at third. Here's the pitch to Klaus. Watches that one outside, and it's a full count. The payoff catches the outside corner. Strike 3 called. And that is the end of the top of the third. Mohawk leaves a runner stranded down at third base. We're headed to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Mohawk. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on a beautiful Saturday morning here in Bascom. Take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, softball tournament action coming up this week. Baseball tournament draws are coming up. I think tomorrow, actually is when the draws are for baseball. Softball had theirs last week, so we know where we'll be if we can get the sponsor coverage.
Leading off your Chieftains, your designated hitter number 2, Reese Hoover.
That one in there for a strike to Reese Hoover. Swung on and missed. Tied him up inside. Swung on and missed. Sat him down on 3 straight.
Now batting, your left fielder, Brody Brickman.
And that'll bring up Brody Brickman. I keep trying to go to our pitch cam, but it keeps freezing up on me. So we'll just have to stick with the main cam. And we got a good sky cam shot today. This one hit into right center field. The center fielder races over to make the play. That was well done. Back to the top of the order here. Jack Calatrulio at the plate for the Chieftains. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That one's in there anyways for a strike. Two down here in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Mohawk. Magallanes comes set. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He's got some filthy stuff. And he knows where to put it. Like right on the inside of these right-handers' bats. I mean, it's so hard to pick up on that. That one fouled straight back and into the fence. Take a look at the Sky Cam, brought to you by our friends at Hope and Fostoria. That one misses outside. I wonder if the heat has anything to do with why that's not cooperating out there. It's not really hot. It's just the sun is beating on this stuff, and it's black, so that doesn't help. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Trulio putting together a nice at-bat here. Here's the 2-2. Watches that one outside, and it full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff is low, and it puts him on. So we'll have a runner on with 1 out, or with 2 outs for Braden Brickman. Gotta love Shane O'Mac's entrance music here. Brickman hits this one back up the middle, and it bounces in front of the center fielder, so it'll get down for a base hit. So runners on first and second now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Kellen Frankert, the shortstop.
Kellen Frankert.
Two outs, runners at first and second here. Chance to come through. Kellen Frankert. Frankert watches the first one in there for a strike. Batting .421 on the season. 24 hits and 57 at-bats. That one in on the hands, chopped foul. And it's 0-2. Frankert on the year, 3 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, and 29 RBIs on the year. He doesn't strike out very often, just 7 strikeouts in those 57 at-bats. Here's the 0-2. That one up high and inside, gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. So we'll have runners at second and third here with 2 outs. Now this is a big situation here for Magallanes as he was coasting and then allowed the Kyle Trulio walk and a base hit. And now we're sitting at runners at second and third. Kellen Frankert at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, that's a good pitch. But Frankert with some good discipline at the plate watches it. Evens the count at 2-2. 2-2, fouled off. Just trying to stay alive. This will be pitch number 42 coming up here for Elias Magianas. This one fouled straight back and out of play. Two balls, two strikes. Runners at second and third, two outs. Here's the pitch. Strike three called. Froze him up with that one. As I think Frankert might have thought that was a little bit outside. But Magianas gets out of the jam. We head to the fourth inning. It's 1-0 Mohawk. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back here in Bascom. We're live from Chieftains Field. Start of the fourth inning. Warriors leading 1-0 over Hopewell-Loudon here on a beautiful Saturday morning. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Jacob Ellis doing a great job on the main camera here today.
Leading off for the Warriors.
Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Boy, Jacob is really doing a great job. He's got that tripod extended all the way up. He's working hard down there. That one in there for a strike from Wyman. For Matt Wyman, this is his fourth inning of work now. Just the one run allowed. 3 strikeouts. And that one foul ball down the third base side. Ben Bogner at the plate for the Warriors. 1 for 1 on the day. Came around to score the game's only run. Time called. There's your Sky Cam brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. And that one misses high. 1-2. That one in the dirt. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Wyman. He gets Bogner swinging.
Caleb Bish.
That'll bring up Caleb Bish. Bish got the sacrifice fly to bring in Bogner back in the second inning. That one gets away from the catcher. It's 1-1. We'll be live in Sycamore on Monday for Mohawk versus Seneca East. And then we'll have the Tigers softball team on Tuesday as Seneca East softball takes on Tiffin Columbian softball. And then on Wednesday, with Tiffin Columbian baseball versus Liberty Benton. And then potentially Thursday, we'll have a softball game, tournament game, depending on how everything goes. That one gets away from the catcher, and it's ball 4. So a runner at first base with 1 out.
Now batting the designated hitter, Logan Heminger.
And that'll bring up big Logan Heminger. Heminger went down swinging last time. Throw over to first, not in time. First pitch to Heminger, high and inside. So far, it's been a pretty patient approach at the plate so far for the Warriors. That one inside. The 2-0. That one low. And it's now 3-0. Here's the 3-0. And that one hit him. So 4 straight pitches. Puts a batter on first and second base. Or puts a runner on first and second base. And we have a mound visit. First one of the day. Mound visit's brought to you by our friends at Kuhn Sales and Service. Just outside of town here. One of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And I'm telling you, folks, if you have any kind of outdoor power equipment issues, or maybe you're just looking for some new outdoor power equipment, stop there first. Don't go to those big box stores, because they're not going to give you the same kind of treatment. They're not going to give you the same service that you receive at Kuhn Sales and Service. It's just different. There's a reason why they've been in business for so long. They know how to treat people. First pitch in the dirt to Levi Teal. 1 for 1 on the day. That one low and outside. 2-0. So he's missed on 6 straight here. Trying to locate, find the zone. There's a strike. Teal had the red light all the way. Now 2-1. Watches that one outside. It's 3-1. The 3-1 misses high. And another walk. We'll load the bases. And we have another mound visit here. And that's going to be it for Matt Wyman. His day is done after 4 innings. I should say 3 1/3. So we'll see who comes in here on the mound. Who do we have here?
Now pitching for your Chieftains, number 21, Asher Smith.
And you'll have a pitching change as Asher Smith comes in for the Chieftains. Bases are loaded with one out. Warriors threatening to add to their lead here in the top half of the fourth inning. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, Asher Smith coming in to relieve Matt Wyman after 3 1/3. He allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 earned run. And he is responsible for the 3 runners aboard. One ball, no strikes. Bases loaded with 1 out. That one in the dirt. It's 2-0 here on Hunter Haynes. I didn't do the starting lineups today, did I? My goodness. Well, let's go through the starting lineups brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. As currently defensively for the Chieftains, the starting pitcher was Matt Wyman. Catcher Braden Brickman. First baseman Thomas Daniel. Playing second base. I don't have him on here. Where's he at? Oh, he's not listed on here. Playing third base is Cohen Senebal. Playing shortstop Kellen Frankert.
Now batting, Owen Patrice.
I believe Matt Wyman's now moved to second base, so Asher Smith was playing second base. And that just a little exchange between those two. So Wyman now settles in at second. As we mentioned, Cohen Senebal at third. Kellen Frankert playing shortstop here today. Brody Brickman in left field. Jack Calatrulio in center field. And Reese Hoover, the DH, with Braylon Martinez in right. Throw to the plate is in time for the second out. So they get the force at the plate. And they don't give up a run. And that's the important thing. And now you got 2 outs with a force at any base. Stick with the starting lineups here. We'll move on to the
Now batting,
Mohawk Warriors. As batting first, Hunter Haynes, the shortstop. Batting second, Owen Patrizi, the second baseman. Let me make sure I got my names right here. As that one swung on and missed. As Lance Frankert at the plate, doing the catching today. Caleb Bish, the third baseman. Andon Klaus, the first baseman. Ben Bogner in center field. Caden Bish, the left fielder. Logan Heminger, the DH. Levi Teal, the right fielder. And Elias Magallanes was on the mound. Is still on the mound for the Mohawk Warriors. Going strong. In there for a strike, and that is a huge strikeout by Asher Smith, who comes in with the bases loaded and shuts down the Warriors, gets the 2 huge outs. Bases loaded with 1 out, picks up both outs, does not allow a run. That's huge right there for the Chieftains. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 Mohawk. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. And Jacob Ellis on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. take a look at our announcer cam. Let's see how do I look? Ooh, it's a little bright. It is a little bright in here. Announcer cam brought to you by our friends at Vicek Orthodontics. Of course, if you want to look your best, folks, you got to look your best for the announcer cam, and you may as well just head over to Vicek Orthodontics for the best smile around. You're going to find lots of smiles when you walk in the door because their staff is just so friendly, and just one of the best staff of people. I mean, the environment when you walk in that door, you're greeted with so many smiles. Everybody's there. It's just so friendly. And it's a welcoming environment. You wouldn't think that for a dentist. Like, you're going to a dentist and orthodontist, you'd, like, everybody's, I don't want to go. You want to go to Vicek. They make you want to go. It's a welcoming environment. It's different. So you got to go experience it for yourself. If you have a little issues with your smile, and you might not like to smile for a camera, hey, you got to look your best for the announcer cam. Head on over to Vicek Orthodontics, one of our friends here, our legacy sponsors at Heart of Ohio Sports. Take a look at the Sky Cam brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Of course, we are looking for more legacy sponsors. A legacy sponsor here with Heart of Ohio Sports is those sponsors that decide they want to be with us for all three sports. So they're all three sports seasons. So football, baseball, basketball, softball, all of it. They want to be on board with us no matter what. They're not picking and choosing what games or what teams they want to cover. They're saying, hey, you know what? We like what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. And we're looking for more legacy sponsors like that. So if you want to get on board with us, you just want to show your support for what we do. We're looking for legacy sponsors as that one hit straight back up the middle by Kuhn as he leads it off here in the bottom of the fourth with a base hit. But yeah, if you're interested in becoming a legacy sponsor, just send us an email, nmullins@heartofohiosports.com. Or you can just drop us a comment. Say, I am interested in sponsoring. Here's my email. We'd love to get you on board with the winning team here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Magallanes pumps that one in there for a strike. It's Thomas Daniel at the plate. Daniel hits this one short right field. It drops, and boy, I tell you what, that was a close play at first. He was hustling out of the box. It's not for, it's just where it was hit. It was shallow right field with the right fielder charging in on it. He nearly had that play at first base if Daniel hadn't been hustling out of the box. So now you got runners at first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Matt Wyman, the second baseman. Started the game out at pitcher. I'm sure he's thanking his buddy Asher for getting him out of that jam where he left him with bases loaded when he came into this one. But boy, Asher Smith did a great job when he came in, shut it down. One and one the count. Runners at first and second. Throw down to second. They got the runner caught. And this is going to be a little bit of a rundown. Sandoval caught in the middle of it here. And he is going to be out. Tagged out. And Sandoval was trying to, I don't know if he was trying to argue the call or maybe argue, I don't know what the argument was. Because he was tagged out after he fell in the base path. I'm not sure what the that's a good call, Travis. It is 2-0. My bad. I did not update the score on that one because he did score a run. My apologies. Yes, 2-0 Mohawk. Guess I got to pay attention. This one hit back up the middle into center field for a base hit. And, man, the Chieftains got to be thinking, you hadn't got that guy caught in the rundown, you'd have bases loaded right now.
Now batting your right fielder, Braylon Martinez.
Regardless, you got runners at first and second with one out. For Braylon Martinez, who fouls the first pitch back into the fence. Reese Hoover in the on-deck circle. This one hit into right center field. Right fielder camps under it, unable to make the play. And that will load the bases, as I think he might have lost that one in the sun. I mean, the sun is like directly overhead right now. It's noon, so that's going to be hard to see the ball when it gets hit high up into the air like that. You really got to locate it. That's hard. So now bases are loaded with just one out. Yeah. No, you weren't spacing out. I was, Barry. First pitch high to Hoover. And that one in there for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. And that one in there, 1-2. Bases loaded, one out. And Magallanes looks the runner back at first. Nobody covering. There was no play to make. And he steps off. And we have a mound visit here. Little discussion. There's nothing more than a little pep talk there, most likely. Two 2-0 Mohawk. Hopewell-Loudon at the plate with the bases loaded with one out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch for Magallanes. Swung on and missed. Hoover goes down swinging for the second time today. And that'll bring up Brody Brickman. That's a big strikeout there, because now you got to force it any plate or any base with the bases loaded. And your hope is you can get out of this without any damage here, but if you're Hopewell, well, you really want to get at least one out of this. In there for a strike. Brickman watches it. There's the 0-1. Swung on, chopped foul down the third baseline. And it's quickly 0-2. Boy, that popcorn. Whew. They start making that popcorn, and it is like, I had a peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. That's all I had so far. So, bases loaded. Two down, 2 strikes, no balls. Here's the pitch from Magallanes. Outside. That was more of a waste pitch there, just trying to get him to chase something. Magallana sitting at 58 pitches now after that one. Swung on, hit, past the third baseman into left field. One run will score. The bases stay loaded. And it's an RBI single for Brody Brickman.
At the plate for your Chieftains, your center fielder, Jack Colatruglio.
And that'll bring up Jack Colatruglio. Now it's 2-1 Mohawk as Jack Colatruglio watches the first one up high. The 1-0. Fouled back. The 1-1. In there for a strike. Nice pitch. The 1-2. Up high. Good eye by Colatruglio there. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit into right field, and the right fielder squeezes it for the final out. Chieftains do get one,
Chieftains 1.
but they leave them loaded as we head to the fifth inning. It's 2-1 Mohawk. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time.
At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, welcome back. Chieftains Field here in Bascom, Ohio. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis on the main cam as we get ready to start the fifth inning. It's 2-1 Mohawk in a battle of two of the top teams in Division 7 baseball.
Leading up for the Warriors,
Asher Smith
Caden Bish.
will stay on the mound for the Chieftains after he came in and shut down the Warriors with the bases loaded. Did allow the one run with a walk, but other than that, did a great job settling in. Got two huge outs to limit the damage. That one misses. Foul tipped into the glove. 1-1. Here's the 2-1. Bish hits this one to third. Sent a ball up with it. Fires it over to first for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And that'll bring up Andon Klaus, the first baseman. First pitch in there for a strike. Amanda, no, unfortunately, we are not. We don't typically cover the JV games, just the varsity. Otherwise, we'd be having basketball parents asking us if we show up 2 hours early to cover the JV basketball games, and then that would lead to parents asking if we'd show up 4 hours early for the freshman basketball games, and it's a Pandora's box we're not ready to open yet. So, although we would love to, because there's a lot of great JV games, great JV teams in this area. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside, and it's a full count here on Andon Klaus. Klaus is 0 for 2 on the day. Hits this one to third. Sent a ball up with it. Throws it over to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Ben Bogner.
And that'll bring up Ben Bogner, the center fielder. Two quick outs for Asher Smith here. Well, he's doing what you got to do in this. Just trust your defense when they're making plays for him. When you're a relief pitcher and you brought into a big game like this, your job is just to come in there and throw strikes. And it's 2-0 here on Bogner. And that one in the dirt, now 3-0. That one finds the inside corner. It's 3-1. This one smacked to the shortstop. Well, that was a nice snag by Kellen Frankert, as he kind of had to stab that one out of the air with a backhand and able to make the play, fired over to first for the final out. No runs scored. It's still 2-1 Mohawk as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today on a beautiful Saturday afternoon now. Well, these facilities over here in Bascom, top notch. I mean, I know Greggy doesn't like the steps of doom over here, but it is one of my favorite places to cover a baseball game. The staff, great staff over here. Can't say anything about Jimmy Dean, but everybody else, just great people, you know. Jimmy's a great guy. I love sharing space up here in the press box with him. I try to stay on my side of the table, though. I know better. There's a line. There's a border here. Elias Magallanes on the mound for his fifth inning of work. He has pitched a heck of a ball game so far. 65 pitches through 4 innings, 5 hits allowed, no earned runs, just the 1 run allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Warriors, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Hopewell, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. The Chieftains have had opportunities here today. They just haven't been able to capitalize with runners in scoring position.
Leading off for your Chieftains, your catcher, number 1, Braden Brickman.
Starting things off here in the bottom of the 5th. For the Chieftains, it's the catcher, Brody Brickman. Or is that Braden Brickman? It's Braden Brickman, left fielder. Nice pitch. Caught the outside corner there, and it's 0-2. And that one, strike 3 called.
Now batting your shortstop, Kellen Franker.
That'll bring up Kellen Frankert, the shortstop. I still can't get that pitch cam to sync up out there. Sky cam's looking good, though. As that one misses outside, it's 2-0. That one catches the outside corner. It's 2-1. And he check swinged, fouled that one back. I think that was more of a defensive move than anything. I don't think it was really a check swing. He's just trying to get out of the way. And it caught the bat right on the handle. Here's the 2-2. He just slaps that one away. Staying alive here at 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the 2-2. Outside, and it's a full count. Lefty-lefty matchup. And he watches that one outside for a ball. Magianis wanted that one. You can tell. He really wanted that one.
Now batting your third baseman, Cohen Cinderball.
He even asked the blue. He said, how close was that? That'll put a runner at first for Cohen Cinderball. Cinderball's 1 for 2 on the day. Okay, it's not mine. Back up the middle. Base hit for Cinderball. And now you got runners at first and second with just 1 out.
At the plate, your first baseman, Thomas Daniel.
That'll bring up Thomas Daniel. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored. I think the heat's starting to get to these transmitters a little bit. I don't know. Or the sun. First pitch in there for a strike to Thomas Daniel. Runners at first and second. And we're going to get time called by the batter. Nice pitch there. That one in there for a strike. That's 0-2. There's the 0-2. High and outside. Kellen Frankert down at second base. Cohen sent a ball at first. Thomas Daniel at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one. And a nice pitch by Magallanes there to get the strikeout. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up Matt Wyman. Pitcher of record today for the Chieftains. In there for a strike. Looks the runner back at second. That one misses high and outside. It's 1-1. Wyman is 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. That one high and outside. 2-1. Braylon Martinez in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-1. That one fell in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 fouled off the catcher and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at first and second. Magallanes comes set. Looks runner back at second. Yes, Barry, but they can't play the whole game as far as I remember. I think they have to have been substituted into the game or subbed out before a certain inning in order to play, because you can't play the whole varsity game and then turn around and play the whole JV game. I might be wrong on that, though. but I've seen players do it. This one hit into right field, and the right fielder camps under it for the final out. Chieftains leave two stranded. After 5, it's 2-1 Mohawk. As we step aside, take a timeout, we'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here in Bascom. Apologies for the brief delay there, but trying to get our pitch cam back up and running here. Hopefully give it a little bit of height. We can get it up and out there enough to get it to stop freezing up on us. But this one hit into the left field. Left fielder unable to make the play. And that'll put Caleb Bish at second base with a leadoff double.
Now batting, Logan Heminger.
That's a little better. Yeah, okay. All right, we can deal with that. We can do that. So, here's our pitch cam. Brought to you by National Machinery. Glad to have that back up and running. Just had to get a little height to get it up and out there. That one just misses. He just missed that one. Heminger tried to put that one into the woods out there, but it's 0-2. And he plunked him. So the runner will have to go back to second as he was off on the pitch, but you'll have runners at first and second base now with nobody out. And Levi Teal coming to the plate. This one bunted foul. Oh, now they're in the batting cages, so. This one in the dirt. And it's 1-1. This one laid down in front of the pitcher, and he's unable to make the play as he slipped and fell. I tell you, I think if he wouldn't have looked at third, he probably would have had the play at first, but he looked back to third and then came back around to try to make that throw to first and slipped and fell. So now you're going to have bases loaded with nobody out for Hunter Haynes. This one fouled back behind the plate. Catcher makes the play, and that is a huge out for Asher Smith right there. Wow.
Batting, Owen Patrizzi.
That'll bring up Owen Patrizzi. Of course, the umpire's covering up my shot right now. That one in there. In the dirt. Brickman does a nice job getting down there, covering it up. This one hit to short. Shortstop makes the play, makes the out, and then they double up the runner at second for the final out. So no damage done. Bases loaded, nobody out, and they don't get anybody in. Great job defensively there by the Chieftains after what looked to be disastrous. But here we are headed to the bottom of the sixth. And it's 2-1 Mohawk. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis doing a great job on our camera today. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this ball game to you live and paywall free here on the Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. A lot of baseball and softball to be played here in the next couple of weeks. And tournament action starts for us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports this Thursday. Tournament softball as we get underway. And make sure I have my schedule right. Yep. So May 15th, this Thursday, 5 o'clock, first pitch for Columbian versus Sandusky softball. That's tournament action. Sectional round.
Leading off for your Chieftains, your right fielder, Braylon Martinez.
And leading off here in the bottom of the sixth, Braylon Martinez gets things started for the Chieftains. You ever see something and you're like, how did that get here? There's a fortune on the floor in here. So either someone was eating Chinese food up here, or someone just really likes fortune cookies, or someone was just carrying a fortune around in their pocket and it fell on the floor. It's just like one of those things where Chinese food is not very close to here, so how did this get here? No balls, 2 strikes here on Braylon Martinez. That was pitch number 89 for Magallanes. He's allowed 6 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts so far here. Swung on and missed.
Now batting, your designated hitter, Reese Hoover.
That'll bring up Reese Hoover. Good question, Barry. Let's see. What does it say? Any troubles you have will pass shortly. There you go. I always like to trick my kids, like, because sometimes they have, like, want another fortune? Go to goodfortune.com. I'll be like, that must be my fortune. That one hit into right field, and the right fielder makes the play for the second out.
Now batting, Brickman.
As you can see, folks, I'm no wizard. I do my best, though. I try. I just figured 11 a.m. was a little early for me to ask Greggy to get here for this one. Especially after we were doing that game last night. And he had to get all the graphics ready for that one and then get all the stuff ready for this one. I can't thank him enough for what he does for us. The 0-1 up high. Brickman pulls it back. It's 1-1. See if I can frame that pitch cam up a little better. There we go. That looks better. I like that. See me waving to you? The 2-2. This one swung on, hit into left center field, but high. And the left fielder camps under it to make the play for the final out here in the sixth.
Your Chieftains won.
After 6, it's Mohawk 2, Chieftains 1. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here, Chieftains Field in Bascom, Ohio. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis doing a great job on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Bascom. And this has been a treat today between these two teams. Two of the best in Division 7 in the state of Ohio right here on display. And it's been about what you expect. Two great defensive teams, evenly matched. And it just comes down to a couple plays when it really comes down to it. I mean, that's the difference in this one. What do we got here? All right, well, he's ready now. So much drip these days. These kids have all these accessories. And he pops this one foul. And what a play by Senabal. Great camera work by Jacob Ellis on that one, as that was beautifully played by Senabal to come into foul territory to make that play. I tell you what, that was very well done. So one out. And that'll bring up Caden Bish, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a hit He was hit by a pitch earlier in this one. This one in on the hands, fouled back. Up high. 1-2's the count here on Caden Bish. With one out. That one in the dirt. Skips in there. And it's 2-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Asher Smith.
Now batting, Andon Klaus.
And that'll bring up Andon Klaus. First one misses. That was a nice pitch. Had a lot of motion on that one. 1-1 the count. This one hit well. Center fielder under it and makes the play for the final out. 1, 2, 3 go the Warriors. Chieftains with a chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th, but they got to get something done. It's 2-1 Mohawk. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis helping us out with the camera. Also, we want to send our thoughts and condolences and prayers out to, not condolences, but just thoughts and prayers to Austin Rodriguez, everything she's dealing with right now. She was supposed to be here on the call with us today, but she had a family emergency to deal with. So we hope everything turns out okay. But once again, our thoughts are with her today. And hopefully she'll be back with us soon. But either way, she's got to take care of things at home first. So just make sure you get that stuff taken care of. Whenever you're ready, your spot will be ready for you. Just make sure you get that stuff taken care of first. But anybody that's watching, if you want to send your thoughts and prayers to Austin, she would greatly appreciate it. Just drop it in the comments. Let her know that you're thinking about her.
Leading off for your Chieftains, your center fielder, Jack Colatruglio.
2-1 Mohawk. Jack Colatruglio leading things off. It'll be your 1, 2, 3 hitters for Hopewell here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Colatruglio. He bunts it down the first base line, but this one goes foul. He's trying to put the pressure on the defense there. In there for a strike. It's 0-2 here on Colatruglio. This one hit foul. Colatrulio fouls this one off right side, first base side, and the first baseman ranges over to make the play for the first out. That's a big out there. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Braden Brickman at the plate. This one hit foul. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. And it's quickly 0-2 here on Brickman. Kellen Frankert in the on-deck circle. Elias Magallanes into his windup. Here's the 0-2. This one swung on, hit to right field. Right fielder under it. Squeezes it for the second out. And the Chieftains down to their final out here.
Batting your shortstop, Kellen Frankert.
This is kind of what the Warriors are known for, though. They're going to drag you down, and they're going to beat you with their game. And they're going to force you into their game. Very talented squad, well coached, disciplined. This one, oh, what a diving snag by the second baseman. Wow, what a play to make the catch for the final out of the ball game by Owen Patrizzi.
The Warriors 2, your Chieftains 1. Coming out watching, so.
And that is going to be the end of the ball game, folks. Warriors pick up a big win in Bascom on the road over the Chieftains. 2-1 is your final score. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future one part at a time. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time. At Kuhn Sales and Service, we've got everything you need for outdoor power, sales, parts, and repairs. Family owned and operated since 1979, our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to help you find the perfect equipment, no matter the season. Make Kuhn Sales and Service your first stop for outdoor power equipment. You'll be glad you did. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right. Welcome back to Bascom, Ohio. We're live here after that, masterpiece of a ball game. 2-1 final. Mohawk takes the win on the road over the Chieftains. And this one, folks, this was anybody's game. What a ball game between these two, laying it all on the line, and, two of the best in Division 7. That's why we wanted to be here. This was not originally on our schedule of games to broadcast, but when we saw the way everything turned out in the beginning of the season, how these two teams are kind of on a collision course for this matchup, we wanted to be here for this one, folks, and this was a great game. It did not disappoint, lived up to the billing, if you will. Once again, you're tuned in here on the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Mohawk 2, Hopewell-Loudon 1. And I want to thank Jacob Ellis for doing a great job today on the main camera. Thank you to Brian Calatrulio, athletic director, and all the staff over here at Hopewell-Loudon for allowing us to be here and broadcast this one on short notice. And also, obviously, thanks to all of you for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this one to you live and paywall free here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, National Machinery, Hope in Fostoria, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Vicek Orthodontics, Kuhn Sales and Service, Simonis Detailing, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, big win for Mohawk. They moved to 16-3 on the season. The Chieftains fall to 15-5. Just a few games left in the regular season before we start postseason play. Keep your eyes peeled for tournament draws. I think those come out tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Either way, we'll find out who's playing who here pretty soon, and we'll get you up to date on that, and we'll give you all the updates. How about this Monday right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as we'll be live from Sycamore, Ohio, for Mohawk versus Seneca East. And we do have one more thing we have to give away here today, and we got to talk about our player of the game, brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. And I'll tell you what, this young man, from start to finish, I don't think there's anybody that's going to argue with me on this one. Elias Magallanes will take home our Benchwarmers player of the game. 105 pitches thrown, 6 hits, just 1 run, not an earned run, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts on the day for the pitcher from Mohawk. He didn't bat today. We didn't see him at the plate, but what a performance on the mound for the young man as he went the complete game, went the distance, 7 innings, and shut down this potent Hopewell-Loudon lineup. I mean, you're talking about a lineup that's batting over 330 on the year. And these Warriors came in with a plan, and Elias Magallanes executed to everything that he needed to do to come away with a win here today. And I'll tell you what, these Warriors, this is a team that I don't think anybody wants to play when it comes tournament time. So we'll have to keep an eye on where the tournament draws come out and who plays who. We'll keep you updated on that next week. But until then, folks, that's going to do it for us here today. It's a beautiful Saturday. Get out there and enjoy it. That's what I'm going to do. I've got a full day ahead of me here, and I'm going to enjoy my time. I hope you do the same. I want to thank Jacob Ellis for filling in today, doing a great job on the camera. And, of course, once again, our thoughts and prayers go out with Austin. Hopefully she's doing okay, and everything's okay with her family. But, regardless, we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to her, and hopefully she's doing all right. But, once again, final score, Mohawk 2, Hopewell-Loudon 1. For Jacob Ellis, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Bascom, Ohio, here at Chieftains Field. Thanks again for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a great day.